Dude, you put snacks in? Yeah. You guys want to get out here and do something? Hit it hard. We're here. You guys look like you're literally about to play basketball.
Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull clearly want to stick with the Fever next year. That much is obvious. They even carried Caitlin Clark's gear at a golf event, which says a lot. But what's going on? Why are they acting so coy? Apparently, it all ties back to the CBA negotiations. You ever notice how some teammates just connect off the court, and you can tell they're going to mesh well once they're actually playing together? The Fever's front office understands they've got to hang on to Sophie and Lexie. It isn't just about them being close with Caitlin. That golf outing was fun, sure, but it also showed how naturally they all get along, and that's exactly what you want, right? Teammates who genuinely enjoy each other's company, even when they're off the court.
Oh! This is making me nervous. Cunningham! Yeah, guys, come on! Let's go! Oh, is that bad?
But let's be honest here, it's not just some cute photo moment, okay? Both Sophie and Lexie can play. Lexie brings that non-stop energy and hustle you simply can't teach. She can shoot, she moves well, and she's the kind of glue player every roster needs. Sophie's in a similar lane, but she's also a legit long-range threat, and she can handle the ball a bit, too. They're not Aaliyah Boston or Kelsey Mitchell, sure, but they're still important pieces. And the fact that they click with Caitlin is just an added bonus. Strong chemistry matters. When players genuinely like each other, it shows in their performance on the floor.
Is that bad? Oh, that's good. Oh no, oh no. You got it, girl. Happy Gilmore. Oh! Man down! Man down! He's down! I'm so sorry. Lexie! Oh! Show Caitlin how it's done.
Oh, alright, I'm not letting that thing hit anybody, Lexie. I'll try not to. Thank you, and please don't smash my driver, okay? Now.
Let's not be dense. The Fever front office realizes the caddy connection belongs back in Indianapolis next season. You know, there's a lot of pomp and circumstance around Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull serving as Caitlin Clark's caddies during that golf event. It shows you the rapport, the chemistry, not to mention that those two can play, right? Lexie Hull has that energy you just can't teach, can shoot the ball, moves without the ball, a glue type of player. Same thing with Sophie.
Now, what really matters is that Sophie and Lexie understand how much playing alongside Caitlin benefits them. When you're next to a superstar, everyone's stock rises. Sophie, in particular, has drawn far more attention since Caitlin arrived. She's sharp, she knows being in Indy is good for her. People constantly ask Sophie about her future, and she keeps giving the same response. At the golf event, she said, Caitlin elevates everyone, she's a generational talent. Then she added that everything hinges on the CBA. That's her go-to line right now. She's framing it around whether there'll even be a season, which makes sense, because those CBA negotiations are messy and unpredictable. Let's go.
How much their association with Caitlin Clark helps them as well. So, assuming all things get worked out the way one could see things getting worked out based on the past, both Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull will be back.
I think with Sophie, in a way, it comes down to something slightly different. She did another interview where she said the team lacked health last season, and her answer was simple: health. If they'd been fully healthy, she believes they could have won the championship, and honestly, that's probably true. The Fever dealt with injuries all year, and it clearly dragged down their performance. When the roster was intact and everyone was clicking, they looked like real contenders. When someone asked Sophie directly about the chances of her returning to the Fever next year, she said, "Everyone's staying in touch, but there's not much to say until there's a CBA." It might sound a little awkward, but really, she's just being realistic. Until the CBA is finalized, teams can't make official decisions or sign contracts, so there's literally nothing to discuss about her deal. She also mentioned the most recent CBA meeting was about 2 weeks ago and she's not entirely sure where things stand, but the players are united in what they want, which suggests negotiations are still active and maybe even tense. The players want better pay, better working conditions, better everything. The league, meanwhile, has financial limits and other concerns. Finding a compromise takes time. She was even asked about Project B, that new league making headlines. Sophie said, "If people are going to pay you multi-million-dollar deals, why wouldn't you consider it?" And honestly, that's fair. Players have short careers, they need to maximize their earnings while they can. If another league offers more money, you can't blame anyone for listening. But Project B seems to be aiming at veterans nearing the end of their careers, players looking to cash out before retiring. It's also a response to the Saudi-backed leagues that have been pulling away talent. Caitlin Clark joining Project B would be shocking, given her career stage and financial situation. She doesn't need it. She's already earning plenty through endorsements and her WNBA contract will only grow. Then there's Unrivaled, which appears to be going after up-and-coming players. Young talent, straight out of college, looking for more competition. That league has already signed some big names and seems to have real momentum. But again, all of this is happening while CBA talks are underway, which complicates everything. Some players in executive positions are also involved with these other leagues, which creates conflicts of interest everywhere. Everyone wants to improve their own situation while still negotiating for the collective benefit of WNBA players. It's messy. Look, don't overthink Sophie mentioning Project B. She's not saying she's leaving the WNBA or the Fever, she's just acknowledging why players might be tempted, and she's smart enough not to lock herself into anything before the CBA is settled. Good call. Don't jump until you know all the options. Right now, things have been quiet on the CBA front, which is probably a good sign. Usually, when both sides are blasting each other in the media, that means trouble. Silence suggests they're actually having productive conversations. And with the draft lottery approaching, the league is acting like everything's normal. So unless something wild happens, like a lockout or a CBA meltdown, Sophie and Lexie are coming back. Lexie's a restricted free agent, meaning the Fever can match any contract she gets. Unless someone throws ridiculous money at her, she's staying. And Sophie has improved playing alongside Caitlin. Her profile has skyrocketed, and Indy is a great situation for her. She's no fool, she knows being on a rising team with the league's brightest young star is a good move. And let's be honest, Caitlin is the franchise. She's the reason fans show up. The Fever's social media team knows it, too. They posted photos of Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexie from the golf outing. They're sending a message, these three belong together. Sophie and Lexie even showed up wearing Fever gear to support Caitlin. They understand she's the star, and they're perfectly fine with that. That's huge for team building. Not everyone can be the star, most players have to embrace being role players. The Fever want high-character teammates, and the only recent signing that didn't really work out was Damiris Dantas. Even the hardship players they added seemed to fit the culture. Aerial powers clicked with the group right away. But Sophie and Lexie aren't just good locker room fits, they offer real on-court value. They can both shoot, which is massive next to Caitlin. They know how to move without the ball. You could even roll out a small, lightning-fast lineup with Caitlin, Sophie, Lexie, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston. It wouldn't work for a full game, but it'd be brutal for other teams to guard in stretches, with Caitlin creating and everyone else providing spacing. And that chemistry matters. They've spent time together. They understand each other. You can't manufacture that overnight. The golf outing was a smart move, it kept them in the spotlight, showed they're tight, and kept fans engaged during the off-season. People showed up just to watch Caitlin golf, which tells you how invested folks are. They want this team healthy and running it back. Sophie and Lexie know being part of this group is great for their careers. They get to play with a superstar, appear on national TV, compete for titles, and attract endorsements. The Fever's front office knows it, too. They're not going to blow this over contract details. They know what they've got. They know the chemistry is real. And they know this team can win.